5 most brutal killers reacting to a death sentence. Let's get straight into the video. Ooh.
This is Michael Brady, who attempted a prison escape that resulted in the death of 4 prison workers at Pasquotank
How?
Correctional Institution in...
Oh yeah, look at the way he's smiling. Lock him up for life. Give him hummus. Yeah, put the hummus in his annual. That's the only that's not even enough. Lock up his kids too.
North Carolina.
I stabbed him like 4 to...
Look, he's laughing about it. He's just like, yeah, I stabbed that guy. Yeah, I did it 8 times too. And I glad I did it. He was annoying. Yeah, he kept on talking about some this is, you're gonna, the judge, like the law is gonna get you, or you're gonna get your punishment. Should have seen the way he was bleeding out, looking like ketchup.
8 times I hit Jeffrey Howe until he stopped moving. I don't know how many times I hit him with the hammer.
Brady was...
Wait, if you like in it, like if you say your thing honestly, do they give you like less time? Because like technically you're honest and you didn't lie. Because I know if you lie, they give you more time. But if you don't lie, shouldn't they give you less time?
Facing 24 years in prison for an attempted murder conviction after he shot at a North Carolina state trooper. And
yeah, what's with this guy and killing police officers?
4
Like he's just like an off-brand, like he's what's that one guy? What's that one show called? Shoot, he's like an off-brand Dexter.
years into his sentence, Brady and 3 other inmates brutally murdered.
Like when they escape, don't they realize that they can't do anything? Because like if they do any sort of thing, they're gonna get immediately caught again. You know, not the like I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but like at least I have some common sense.
Murdered 4 prison workers with hammers and scissors.
That man, Michael Brady, beat that man, George Midget, like he was trying to bust concrete.
Brady then tried to hop a fence, but then was captured at gunpoint.
It was like a bloodbath.
Wait, doesn't the police officers have guns? So technically, can't they just say like, if you don't resist, I can just blow you up? Like if I'm a police officer and I have my 9 in my wrist, I have that thing on Quick Draw Hall of Fame. I'm itching for somebody to have an altercation with me. As soon as they even raise their voice a tempo too high for my liking, immediately pulling out that 9 faster than their dad can leave for the mill and spraying them in so a whole lot of ways, bro. This is gonna be a whole lot of red when I'm done with them. Gonna be looking like a Cardi album. Bro, it is. Because let somebody, let a criminal, let a convicted criminal even think about tempting me. Bro, he gonna, bro, he getting murked. He is getting murked. He's getting shot at. No, boy, I was in fear of my life. My life was in danger. As soon as I saw him outside his cell, I immediately knew he was trying to do something. So I'm taking out my 9. Scratch that. I'm not even going to use my 9. I'm throwing that away, right? I'm going to have my MK48 that I stuffed behind. Don't ask where I got it from. I just have the imaginary inventory. Pull that out. Throw it at him point blank. If he doesn't recite the alphabet backwards with his tongue twisted and hummus up his booty hole with one sock on and the other one being nibbled on by some ants, he's getting blown up to smithereens.
And I stepped
Like I will eviscerate this guy.
in between Jeffrey and Wendy, and I slid trying to get in because the whole elevator floor was nothing but blood.
During the trial, the prosecutors argued that Brady was the one who planned the attack and had no remorse for the killings.
Like what could they possibly argue? Like what is the lawyer possibly gonna say? Because he knows he's guilty. He even admitted it himself. What is the lawyer trying to do? Trying to shorten his sentence for what? I'm working with the other side. I'm working with the opposition.
We know who originated the plan. We know who led the plan.
After Brady is found guilty, he now takes the stand at his sentencing.
I'm up here to tell the truth. You can ask me anything you want. I'm gonna tell the truth, whether it hurts me, whether...
See, look. This is a guy with no remorse for human life. And no, I'm not speaking about LeBron. Look at him. Look at him. He has a McDonald hairline. He has nothing else to lose in his life. He's broke. No, I'm not joking. I don't know. He's in prison at a young age. He has a McDonald hairline. Bro, he's fried. Like, he's cooked, gang. Like, in prison, they have no baddies. So the best thing he has is cracking men. Like I could, like, bro, if shoot, bro, prison's gonna change this guy, man. Oh, bro, he is.
It helps me. I don't care about that.
You don't believe you're crazy, do you?
No, I don't think I'm crazy, no.
If you don't think you're crazy, I must have schizophrenic. And look how crazy I am saying that. Wait.
And you do know the difference between right and wrong.
Yes.
So you know murder is wrong.
Murder is a different name for a death, but yes.
Your freedom meant more than their lives.
Yes.
And now the judge.
I mean, technically, it depends on what connotation you're using. You know, if somebody's threatening my freedom, it depends. Sometimes his life isn't working. Say that I'm trying to escape somewhere, you know, and he's trying to threaten my freedom by locking me up in the basement. That is technically saying that my freedom, right, is technically more than his life. So I will not be in the wrong if he accidentally gets blown into, if he gets eviscerated by a plasma gun. Would I? No, it wouldn't, because my freedom is more than his life. Because he's trying to lock me up. He's trying to stop my freedom. So if I just had a particle accelerator and I eviscerate this guy from the face of the earth, who's in the wrong and who's in the right? You ever think about it like that?
Judge reads out the jury's recommendation.
Jury unanimously recommending that the defendant be sentenced to death.
Brady seems completely emotionless, and the judge later agrees on the death penalty, where he now sits locked up in Colorado, awaiting his death sentence. This is Austin Myers and Timothy Mosley. They were both convicted of murdering 18-year-old Justin Back in Waynesville, Ohio. The two men, Myers
What my man Justin Back do to you? Was he just backing that? Was he backbending your girls? Ooh, soccer.
and Mosley went to Back's house in an attempt to rob a safe that belonged to his father. During the robbery, Back was strangled with a choke wire.
The idea of strangling him that way.
What? Why did you want to rob my man? Just go get a job. You could have started. You could have done anything else. There was many other ways to get money, and you guys chose robbing. Who still robs in 2026? Like what?
It would create no mess. Pretty much be an easier job to handle. Obviously, Justin was trying to put up a fight, and he wasn't overpowering us.
Justin
I mean, it's, you know what to say. If one man can hold you down, two men can molest you.
Back was then stabbed 21 times and
21 times is overkill. You know, for somebody that said that they wasn't trying to make a hassle and a mess, they stabbed this guy 21 times.
until he died.
Justin was trying to ask us why. He was pleading to stop and pretty much begging for his life.
On trial,
So is he the defendant or what? Because like you would think that he's the lawyer, the way he's saying how. Because from my perspective, it looks like Justin was just an innocent bystander.
Mosley testified against Myers to obtain a plea bargain where he pled guilty and was sentenced to life in prison. Finally, for Myers, he takes the stand in front of the
Yeah, what's with all them them having corners that's just balding away? God dang, bro, is this like a default white person haircut? Is this why a lot of white people have perms? Like, no offense to y'all, but dang, bro, this guy has a McDonald's shaped hairline. It looks like a Pac-Man. Like, if you look at it from an angle, it looks like Pac-Man eating one of them yellow balls. All right, we're getting distracted.
jury, asking them to spare his life for his family in hopes of avoiding the death sentence.
Well, we do not care, gang. If you can't do the crime, don't do the time. Wait, never mind. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
If you choose for me to die, it's only going to cause more pain and suffering.
Nah. So, now, by using your logic, why did you kill the other guy?
For another family, not
Wow.
me. It won't hurt me. I won't feel anything. It's going to hurt more innocent people.
This
Right. But you didn't think about that when you were stabbing my man's 21 times, did you?
is now the father of Justin Back speaking.
I'm not going to stand up here and tell you how much I hate you. That is without question. I would just hope that every time you close your eyes at night, you see my son, Justin.
After the jury recommended the death sentence, this is Myers' last chance to plead for his life in front of the judge.
I think there's a lot of good things I can do with my life.
Nah, man. You're going to be staying and rotting in prison. Because, listen. First of all, you wanted to rob my man's. After it was a failed rob, you overpower. You guys had to double team him. That right there is some weak level stuff. That's thug level things, right? A real robber would have done it a 1v1. You know, who's really the best? You know what I'm saying? The defense versus offense. You know what I'm saying? This is what we live to see. You guys did a 2v1. You guys messed up the whole flow. So not only did you do that, you stabbed him 21 times, right? And he was just an innocent guy. You know, he didn't do nothing to y'all. You just guys wanted to rob him for the love of the game.
If you allow me to keep my life.
And the judge does.
What could you possibly do with so good that if you're behind bars? Like what? You're from prison. What? Clean the store? Clean the sewage system? Like what? Throw out the rats? Drop the soap? Refill the soap bars?
By it, he hands down the maximum sentence.
The defendant does not understand how precious life is. Therefore, the sentence of death shall be imposed upon Austin Gregory Myers on the charge of aggravated murder.
Nothing but a slight nod. At just 19 years old, this made Myers.
I mean, technically, what else can he do? He just gotta keep it pushing, bruh. He already tried his best. Shoot, bruh. I'm gonna just be like yeah, man, it was nice living this life, man. Some people act like they have respawn point. I feel like sometimes death criminals, I feel like people that's on like heinous crimes, I feel like they have like some type of like second life because like they just want to test out how much evil they can do before they get murked.
Youngest Ohio individual to be put on death row. He
bro, it's in Ohio. It just had to be in Ohio.
Is currently awaiting his execution at Chillicothe Correctional Institution.
There were so many lives destroyed by this, and it was just for nothing. I mean, there was no money in the safe. There was nothing in there. They did this for basically nothing.
Like I said, they did it for the love of the game.
This is Nico Jenkins, who was convicted on 4 counts of murder when he went on a killing spree in the span of 10 days in Omaha.
I don't even need to hear anything else. If it was me, I would have gave this guy the electric chair plus poisonous gas and then revive him and then do lethal injection.
Omaha, Nebraska. At 15 years old, Jenkins was sent to a youth correctional facility and served a 10-year sentence in prison for carjacking and assault. A month after his release, Jenkins shot and killed 2 individuals in a robbery. 8 days later, his next victim was a former inmate he originally met in prison. He was shot and killed in his own garage. 2 days after that, Jenkins killed his 4th victim in a carjacking. Jenkins was arrested for unrelated charges.
Bro, these new serial killers, bro, they just open fire on anybody, bro. These guys have hot hands and they don't know how to cool it down. This guy is open firing on anybody. It's literally like if you catch him on a bad day, you better pray in God you hope he doesn't pull the trigger on you. Because this guy is open firing on everybody. The moment somebody talks to him wrong, he's getting blown.
But it was here that cops were able to pin the ammo used in one of the killings to Jenkins.
Do you not realize I got Nico Jenkins? Do you not realize that? I got Nico Jenkins. I got you.
What do you mean you got me?
I got your DNA at the murder scene. I got your DNA in the car.
Sir.
I got the weapon. I got Nico Jenkins.
Jenkins pleaded no contest to 4 counts of first-degree murder. He also waived his right to a jury trial, meaning a 3-judge panel.
Why do they even do this? What do they gain from this? Because, like, if you get caught, you're going to life in prison. So why don't you just live a good life and, like, you know, just try to be a civilized human being?
Will decide if he is innocent or guilty.
Each one of these murders was a deliberate and
bro looks like a gangster version of 6ix9ine.
Planned act. The victims were pre-selected and the murders were purposeful.
After Jenkins is found guilty of all 4 murders, he sits still with little movement, and now comes his sentence.
Therefore, this panel finds that the death penalty is appropriate, should be, and is hereby given for each of the 4 murders by the defendant.
As Jenkins is sentenced to death, he seems to be completely unfazed. He is currently
you can tell that he's shooken up by it. You saw how many times he was swaying back and forth.
Incarcerated at the Nebraska.
They don't show on the outside, but on the inside, yeah, they're breaking down.
Nebraska State Penitentiary awaiting his death sentence. This is Martez Abram, who was convicted on 2 counts of murder for the killings of 2 Walmart employees in South Haven, Mississippi. Abram had worked at the Walmart but was faced with a suspension after he apparently had a knife on him in the store. The day he was suspended, he returned to the store with multiple weapons and opened fire, killing store managers Anthony Brown and Brandon Gales.
He was laying on the ground with his eyes open, and I ran up to him and I looked at him. I said, Anthony, honey, please say KC one more time.
He also shot an officer who survived due to his bulletproof vest.
Once I got out of my vehicle, I heard gunshots and I felt the pressure of the bullet hit my back.
He was arrested on site. Now in court, Abram admits to all crimes.
That's you, isn't it, sir? Yes. Look at it, please, sir.
Why is this guy try to pull out the I'm mentally deformed?
Yes.
He's trying to do the Michael Jackson act. Look at how high pitched he's making his voice. Game, bro. You're not using that sweet, bro. Look at him, bro. He's trying to act like he's like mentally insane and everything. Like, bro, no, you're not mentally insane, bro. You just open fire on everybody like this is Call of Duty Black Ops, and you were trying to get some free XP.
Mr. Gale is on the floor going down at this point, isn't he? Yes. Okay, and that's you shooting him, right? Yes. Look at the screen, sir. Yes. That's you shooting him.
But he's baffled. He doesn't even believe it. Whole time this is his second personality called Gale.
Yes.
And you admit that you shot him in cold blood?
Yes.
You shot him again, didn't you?
Yes.
After that, you went back to the toilet paper aisle, didn't you?
Yes.
This is one of the victim's wife delivering a victim impact statement.
You took Anthony from me on the exact day 20 years earlier that we had our first date.
And now,
dang. I thought she was about to say our first kid.
This is when the judge will decide Abram's fate.
In count 1, I will sentence you to death. Count 2, you will be sentenced to death. In count 3, you will be sentenced to life in the penitentiary.
As Abram...
So, like, 2 death sentences and 1 penitentiary. 2/3 chance of getting death.
Hears that he will be receiving the death penalty, he stands silently, where he now sits on death row awaiting his execution. This is Markeith Lloyd, who is convicted of...
Why does he have an eye patch like this is the DC? This is not a DC game. Take that eye patch off. You're not in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Get that off. This is not tough, game. It is not tough.
Murdering a police officer in Orlando, Florida.
I'm creating a relationship, but somehow I have absolutely don't know nothing about. And they framed me.
Lloyd was already on the run from the police after he killed his former girlfriend, who was pregnant with his child. A month later, Lloyd is spotted.
Dang, bro, 2v1? Yo, that's not fair. How are you going to do this to an innocent pregnant woman? What did the woman do? What did the kid do? That kid could have been an NBA prospect. Could have been a future billionaire, a future CEO, a future doctor.
In a Walmart, you can see him walking in. Moments later, Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton pulls in. You can see her grab a cart and walk in. Reportedly, they cross paths every few minutes. Outside the store, Lieutenant Clayton was notified and she tried to stop and arrest Lloyd when a shootout begun. Lieutenant Clayton was killed during the interaction, being shot 4 times. Following
in peace, Lieutenant Clayton.
The murder, Lloyd took off again, which led to a 9-day manhunt where he was later found. During the arrest, he tried to escape, where he lost his left eye in the altercation. Here in court, Lloyd took the stand. Reportedly, he believed everyone was out to kill him.
And I was just reacting, Mary. I was just reacting.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Even when they opened the door, I just reacted. I fired 2 shots, I just reacted.
The jury then found him guilty.
It really hurts deep down inside.
This is Lieutenant Clayton's sister giving a victim impact statement.
She stood in the place as my mother when I didn't have one. I truly miss my sister.
I truly miss her.
And this is the moment that Lloyd hears that the jury unanimously recommends the death sentence.
We, the jury, unanimously find that the defendant, Markeith Lloyd, should be sentenced to death.
Lloyd seems to mouth something out to the public. A few moments later, Lloyd has an outburst.
You've been trying to kill me. You've been trying to frame me for murder.
All right, why don't we remove Mr. Lloyd from the courtroom?
The judge later agreed with the jury and sent
Like
Lloyd
he lost his left eye. I clearly see it right there.
to death, where he now sits behind bars waiting for his death sentence.
This dress tough though. Dang, bro. You got some crazy people, bro. I could barely, like, bro, I can't hurt. Like, imagine murking somebody. That's crazy. That's OD. Anyway, y'all, if you guys like the video, like, subscribe, comment, and follow for some more. Peace out.